Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for the meteor to strike us all? Because I sure am. I'm Cobra, and I am joined by the Sandman, Keith, and Alex the Astro. Say hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. Well, as you can definitely hear by the sound of my voice, we are here at the conference championships. AFC, NFC. Alex, obviously, the Texans got their backs blown out by the New England Empire. Unfortunately.
0-7. 0-7.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys. We are still experiencing issues from the winter storm, so yeah, we're going to have some. Everyone?
He's
Oh, no.
He's probably tied up in the winter storm.
Alex is frozen. Uh-oh.
No, you're frozen.
Definitely. So, and now I'm frozen. I'm having network issues as well. Like I said, we're experiencing technical difficulties with the winter storm in the area. My network is going on the fritz, so we might have some lag. Sorry about that, viewers. But we had some very interesting things go on in the NFL. Like I said, the Texans lost to the Patriots. And, of course, the Seattle Seahawks defeated the San Francisco 49ers. They advanced to face the Los Angeles Rams, who decimated the Bears. So our championship round is set. But we had some very interesting news go on in the NFL, especially in the city of Buffalo. After the game between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills, the Bills and Sean McDermott, head coach of the Buffalo Bills, have parted ways. And originally people would think, oh, the head coach is fired. That must mean that the general manager would be fired as well, Brandon Beane. Well, no, he was actually promoted to president of football operations and is still the general manager of the Bills. So that smells fishy enough. Then there was a press conference with both Brandon Beane and Terry Pegula, the owner of the Buffalo Bills, and they turned a fishier situation even worse. It seems like there was a huge power struggle within the Buffalo Bills organization between Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott, with Sean McDermott pretty much puffing out his chest and saying, this is my team, not yours. You just suck as a coach. Sean McDermott saying, I can't win with these players. You need to do better at your job. And basically both sides being an absolute clusterfuck. And then Pegula making it worse. By throwing wide receiver Keon Coleman under the bus, saying that it was not Brandon Beane's pick, when there is clearly, and I repeat, clearly, evidence of the contrary, with Brandon Beane gushing over the Keon Coleman pick 2 years ago. Terry Pegula trying to think we're Vince McMahon and that last excuse me, got to do it right. Famous women respecter Vince McMahon, and thinking that we are idiots and that that the story that is being written isn't the one we're actually seeing with our own eyes. But I tend to disagree, and we also know what we saw, we know what we heard. So it just made it very fishy and very, very awkward. And petition out there for fans petitioning the Bills to re-sign McDermott, make it right, and and fire Brandon Bean because clearly the wrong person was fired. And not only that, but the Bills definitely looking at coaching situation here. Daniels now and Phillip Rivers. So I'm going to start with Alex first, if you don't mind, Keith, and then I'm going to go to you. How does this Buffalo situation look? It clearly can't look good.
No, it doesn't look good. I mean, I understand the reasoning that they would cut the coach because of poor playoff performances, but I would say he had deserved at least one more year and a full season at that.
Yeah, I mean, besides the loss was not McDermott's fault. The loss realistically was center. The coach is not responsible for the grocery shop, and he's the one who has to cook with what he's got, to use a cooking analogy. So why is McDermott the one getting his head cut off when really it should have been, if you're going to fire McDermott, fire Brandon Bean too, because clearly it's on both of them. It's not on McDermott alone.
Yeah, it's a lot of player acquisition, and you know it this year, or at least last season, y'all didn't really get many players, and especially many good players.
Not only that, well, and the players that we did acquire got hurt, season-ending injuries, and our run defense has been abysmal year after year after year. So, and it has not been addressed by Brandon Bean. He's the one responsible for getting the players, getting the free agents, getting the draft picks to fill that hole. Run protection. You didn't give him. Keith, do you have an opinion on this?
Yeah, I got an opinion. They should have given him a little bit more time. See if they could have straightened things out a little bit. No leeway whatsoever. They just cut him off like the Patriots won the head coach of the Patriots last year. They did him 1 year, and it's like
to be fair, the Gerard Mayo situation in New England wasn't working out. It's clearly he was in over his head. That's why they got rid of him.
Yeah, but also one other thing,
a full season.
The Dallas Cowboys didn't know how to defend anything this year, so they hired out Christian Parker from the Eagles. So, if you can't beat them, then hire their coaches out from underneath them.
Speaking of that, we're getting to our next subject here because we had a couple of coach fillings. We had for the Baltimore Ravens, they officially hired the defensive coordinator of the Los Angeles Chargers. Almost said San Diego. And I can't remember his name off the top of my head. That's my B. And of course, the Tennessee Titans also filled their coach vacancy and deserved a coach that deserved the San Francisco 49ers, Robert Saleh. Of these two hirings, Alex, which one? Alex? Alex, you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So Robert Saleh or the coach hiring of the Ravens? Which one are you the most excited about to see what will happen?
I'd like to see, of course, it's because it's a divisional rival, but I'd like to see how Salah will do out in Nashville. He did go to the Jets for his first big time job, and he did all right. Like defensively, they were solid. It was just offensively, man, they couldn't get anything
They
off
were
the
more
ground.
than solid. Realistically, they were more than solid. They were a very tough defense. But when Aaron Rodgers decided to play his head coach versus a multi-million-dollar quarterback card, the multi-million-dollar quarterback will always win out over the head coach on that situation. Using a replacements analogy. And when Robert Saleh was fired by the New York Football Jets, the defense definitely suffered. TWA Flight 800, best way I can describe it.
Yeah, the plane was like this, crash land. So I'd like to see what he can do in Nashville, especially with a player like Justin Simmons, and how to rebuild that D line, and especially those backers secondary around him.
Yeah. Once again, to our listeners and viewers, I do apologize for our network issues. There's a winter storm in the area. Just trying to get a show off without a hitch is definitely a struggle, and we do apologize. Keith,
I think Baltimore's new head coach is probably the one that intrigues me the most. See if he can satisfy the higher ups with what he does.
Yeah, and hopefully to improve that defense as well, because Baltimore's defense was not that good at all.
No.
They gave up a lot of bad throws, especially during the first week of the season against the Bills. They allowed Buffalo to come back in that game. I'm intrigued by that as well.
Yeah, that team ain't all Lamar Jackson's.
Yep.
And if you rest everything in his hands, that's only 50% of the game. The other 50% is the defense. Wow. And you got to have the defense, because that's what gives your offense the right to play like they're doing.
Cobra, I believe you forgot about one other coach. Oh, really? Who's that, Yinzer? You forgot about the world champion Pittsburgh Steelers hiring the offensive version of Mike Tomlin. But all I gotta say is, we're stuck with Aaron Rodgers. He's not going to the Vikings like he's supposed to. And now we got to deal with more mediocrity bullshit. It's this week on Days of Our Steelers one more time. I can't believe this. This is abysmal. Where's rapper so I can... I'm so frustrated. I can't even do this crap anymore. The jig is up. The news is out. They're finally found me. This is a renegade type of situation. Steelers need to got this Super Bowl. Anyway, I'm out. I gotta enjoy my 6-pack of Iron City. See ya. Thank you, Yinzer.
You need to kick him out of your place. More winter stuff.
He was definitely not happy. Yep, more winter stuff. So let's see what else. By the way, before we get to our divisional round, I will want to make a little teaser. Next week we are doing our first mock draft for the NFL. Because of course, next week is the Pro Bowl, and we won't have any bold predictions to make, but so, pretty much we're gonna get our mock draft on. We're going to go ham on it. We need to know what we need to do to improve our team standing next year, and how they can either get to the playoffs, get further into the playoffs, and make the Super Bowl. That is what we're going to do next week. And of course, I would like to remind everyone that our bold predictions are brought to you by our friends, unfortunately, at Fanatics. Okay. For AFC and NFC Championship games. And of course, that means it's time for the Super Bowl. But if you're like the other playoff championship teams, they not only do they have other teams and other divisions, but you can also shop hats, shoes, and even golf bags, because we all need them. But they also have the NHL, the MLB, the NBA, WWE, gear up for WrestleMania season, NASCAR, UFC, golf, and more. So use our affiliate link. Check out fanatics.com. You already know who they are, but show the channel some love by clicking on that affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts. Show the channel some love and tell them Cobra sent you. Fanatics. All right. So, yep. Sorry, it's a pretty short one, guys. But we need to make our bold predictions. Last week, wanted to definitely say our winners. Keith, you won last week. Kat finished in second, so congrats to that one.
Thank you.
You both tied. I had to decide by a coin. So, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to start with Alex and Keith, then myself. And not only are we going to make our bold prediction, we're going to make a bold prediction, basically who's going to win. And then we are going to pick our offensive player on the team that you pick, who is going to be the top performer. That's how we're going to do this, so that we can get a little bit of parity, a little bit of breakup, if you will. So, first game, we have the New England Patriots facing off against the Denver Broncos. The Patriots are favored by 3.5, although I think it should be more. Alex, who do you got?
For the AFC Championship, I would love to see the Broncos make it to the Super Bowl.
Right. Absolutely. I would love that too, but we live in a realistic world, unfortunately.
Yeah, which means, and especially since they lost they're probably the player of the playoffs this year, Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be hard because then they're going to be forced to do a ground game.
That's pretty much make the quarterback play real good.
Until
he's going to have to come out of the pocket.
Technical difficulties, everyone.
Yeah. But let's see. Probably your most dynamic player for that game.
Again, listeners.
I'd say it'd probably be, let's see. Probably be Drake May.
So
if anything, I'd say for tomorrow, he should get himself 2 touchdowns, 2 through the air, and maybe a touchdown on the ground.
So hold up. So you're going Drake May 2 touchdowns, over and under? Over?
Over. Because I'd say it should be 3, 1 on the ground, 2 through the air.
Okay, cool. All right, that you're locked in on that one. Keith.
I'm going to go Denver.
All right, Keith is
and
going.
I'm going to say their quarterback is clutch.
Whoa. Okay.
Jared Stidham?
Yeah, he's going Jared Stidham. He's going to say Jared. So, how clutch is he? What's he going to do? Over under.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Hold up. I got an idea. So
he's going to scramble real good. He's going to be
Alex,
able to get out of the pocket and pass when he needs to, and he's going to hand it off and keep the running game and keep them guessing.
So, okay, we're gonna make this easy. Jared Stidham over under 3 touchdowns. Keith? Over 3 touchdowns. Okay. All right. So I hate to say it, but I'm going New England covering the spread, and I am saying that Stephon Diggs will go over 100 yards. Kind of a safe bet here, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say Stephon Diggs over 100. All right. Now it's the Los Angeles Rams facing the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 2.5. Alex?
Go Hawks. I do want them to win. Definitely. I'll say Sam Darnold, 3 touchdowns all through the air.
Sam Darnold, 3 TD. 3 TD over.
And all then right. 2 of those should be to JSN.
I agree.
Bringer.
I agree with that.
Okay, Seattle?
Seahawks and over 3 in the air.
All right, so
and I think they're probably going to get 1 defensive touchdown, interception, pick 6.
All right, and the defensive touchdown. I'll add that. All right, and I will also go with Seattle. I'm going with JSN over 150 yards, over 150 yards with 2 touchdowns over that. That is what I will say. All right, guys, a little bit of a short one, a little bit of a quickie. Because again, we're getting close to the end. We would, of course, over at Handing Out Sports Media, would love to thank our other hosts, thank our hosts, thank you to listeners, and of course, recommend you of our other shows like Biscuits and Penalties, our hockey podcast that we had last night. Alex and myself did that. It was a fun show talking hockey. We also have the Handed Down Beatdown, our pro wrestling podcast, which will be next. That our NASCAR podcast with Greg Farmer. I have been stepping in to fill a spot that was left by Tyler, who is no longer with Handed Down Sports Media at this time. So I've been filling in and actually did a pretty good job last night. So do check that episode out. Tuesday, we also have The Gutter's Edge, our bowling podcast with Ricky Swearingen. We are definitely having more people come onto the show as well. League pros. We also have a huge PBA pro lined up in the future. So be on the lookout for when we get that booked. It's exciting. I can't wait. Also, Pass the Pigskin, our college football podcast, which has ended. Billy, our friend Billy, has been doing it over at Newt City. We also have, as you can see, I am wearing the jersey I made for the podcast. We're getting ready for spring training. We're excited. We also are having our handed down bench where basically the end of this month we're going to be hanging out and thanking our listeners for making it to 100 subscribers, making this channel hit 100 subscribers. We want to do a thank you show for you guys. We also have other shows lined up. We have a World Cup show coming up. Chris and Alex McQuee will be doing that. Alex Diastro most likely will be joining that as well. So definitely excited for that. We have a lot of things lined up. We're going to be doing a March Madness bracket with our friend Billy Carter, who has been our Lowland tier. We've been doing it with him for a couple years now. Very excited to do so. And of course, we have a Patreon. You can be a member for as much as $1, which is a little bit more expensive than Arizona Iced Tea. And if you know anything about Arizona Iced Tea, if it goes any more than 99 cents, there will be a zombie apocalypse. So
yeah, we will be in the end times officially.
It'll be the end times. But yes, it doesn't cost much to be a member. You can be a member for as little as $1 a month. It's not a bad deal. You support the channel, you support this podcast, and it's greatly appreciated. And of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe to Hard Count and other shows of Hand Down Sports Media. And if you want to listen to independent, unfiltered, check out Hand Down Sports Media. We only have 2 shows left of the Hard Count. Then after that, we'll be doing some sporadic shows about free agency moves and then the draft. So be on the lookout for that as well. But I'm Cobra. On behalf of Alex and Keith, we'll see you on the field.
See you on the field.
Stay warm, everyone.
Yeah, stay warm out there for real.